Yes, yes. Welcome back, party people, to a brand new episode of Super R&B, the spin-off series to Super MC. We are so glad and excited to have y'all here this evening and to get ready to celebrate this music that we are getting ready to celebrate tonight. Before I get started, let me just first and foremost say that we have a special guest with us tonight, Vic.
Yes, we definitely do.
Yes, we definitely do. We have a special guest tonight. She is a friend of my wife, Mikkel's, a friend of mine as well. We actually go back a little bit. She was on my radio show, Jersey Art Radio, like 5 years ago. Yeah,
Okay.
she joined us for a couple of music segments,
Nice.
And that is the amazing Dana T. Dana T, how are you?
Hello. I'm very good. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here with you guys.
Excited to have you. It's
Thank
my
you.
first time meeting you, and the name is dope, by the way, too. Dana T.
Thank you.
Really dope. You're welcome.
Tell him your Instagram handle name.
My Instagram handle is Hermana del Sol. Means hermana is sister in Spanish,
Sister.
so it's
Yeah,
soul
yeah.
sister.
Okay.
It's like, okay. I knew he would take to that.
Vic's got the Latin connection.
Yes. Vic
Panamanian.
Vito.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm Colombian.
Yes.
Oh, Colombian. Okay.
Colombian. Okay. All right. Okay. Nice. I never asked for that before. Okay. Yeah. So Dana, sorry, I caught
Now
up.
you know.
Now I know. Dana is a huge Prince fan. So is Vic. We're all Prince fans. Listen, tonight we're celebrating the legacy and the music of Prince as we're gearing up for his birthday in a couple of days, So we're going to hear some music that we know of. You're going to hear some exclusives. And you're going to also hear a couple of times where Prince was sampled for hip hop songs.
It's crazy.
I didn't think there was much of that, to be honest, besides MC Hammer Pray.
Right.
Which I didn't want to play that.
Wow, we starting to show off like that, man.
I mean, big up to Hammer. Don't hurt him.
Licking shots right away, huh?
And when Hammer was sitting somewhere drinking some tea, it was like, ting! Whoa! They shooting. Oh, made you look. Okay, it's not hip hop. Sorry. All right. So let's get started. Let's just start here. Oh yeah, you guys make sure to mute yourselves when the music is playing, please. Hold up. This guy, that song, I Want to Be Your Lover. How do you guys feel about that song? Like, how did you feel early on when that song came out? Dana?
I mean, it's as soon as you hear it from the start, it's just it puts you in such a good mood. You know what I mean? It's like you can't hear it and just not want to start dancing right away. Yes. That's what I feel. It just moves you immediately. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Dana, can you please show them your Prince earrings, please?
Okay.
Show the viewers your earrings.
Rocking like that.
So I have this, and I obviously it's a part of a pair, but the other one broke. You can't see my other anyway, but I have this. Oh, is it backwards? I have this one too.
Nice.
It's like a feather. Yeah.
Wow. Dana ain't playing.
No, she definitely ain't.
She's a fan of something. She's a fan. It's not a game.
I got everything. It's not a game. It's a lifestyle. No.
I love it.
Right. But yeah, I want to be your lover. You're right. It's one of those songs that just feels good. It feels right. You know, it just feels right, and it feels timeless, even though it sounds like something obviously from the early 80s. Or late 70s. It's timeless.
Mm-hmm.
It's well, let's go to this next song.
Whoa. Wait a second now. We forgetting somebody.
You look like you didn't have nothing to say.
You started to make this a pattern from last night to tonight. What's going on?
You look like you had nothing to say.
No, I just wanted to let the young lady speak her piece.
Okay, please.
Be courteous and respectful to our
guest. Hear your opinion
as a guest co-host. Listen, man. From a child of the 70s into the early 80s, I grew up with this song. This is one of my all-time top favorite Prince songs ever. This was always playing in the household. And I remember a specific episode of Different Strokes where Arnold had a crush on this girl. He had to come over to the crib. The girl wasn't feeling Arnold, but she was feeling Willis. And she asked him to dance with her, and they played this song on that episode. But it's funny because on TV, they play this song of Prince. But on the actual DVD, I guess because of copyright issues, they play something else.
Really?
So, yeah, it's real interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So this song has a lot of nostalgic memories and just like Dana said, I mean, you can't hear this song and not want to dance. You feel sexy, you feel good, you just want to get up and shake your booty or do whatever. Grab an instrument, do something, grab somebody. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
With consent, of course.
Yes, with consent. One of my all-time favorite Prince songs. Thank you for starting the show off with that, brother. Appreciate you.
It's a gem. It's a classic. I didn't even know it would be one of your all-time favorites, right. But it's a classic. And this next one, all of these songs, they're just classics, But this one, it's a whole topic behind it because obviously when Prince first came out, it was like, who is this dude? What is this dude? Mm-hmm. In a time where, we're still getting to a place where people are actually accepting homosexuality or gay people, you know what I'm saying? Or bisexuality or any of these things. And the macho male was a big thing at that time, especially still in the 80s and the 90s. And here comes Prince rocking heels. Right. If I was your girlfriend, he was flipping the script constantly, and this song to me kind of touches upon those topics. Come on. Controversy. Like, he put it all out there. He put it all out there from jumping that song. Is he straight? Is he gay? Is he black? Is he white? But he's like, it doesn't matter. Why does it matter? Are you rocking to my song? Okay, then shut up.
Yeah, that's the thing with Prince. Like, he didn't want to be put in one category, and if people just couldn't understand, like, oh my God, what is he R&B? Is he pop? Is he like, what is he? And we need to place him somewhere. And he was like, no, you're not going to do it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was like all these questions about him. I love that. It's like, I think we had talked about this previous in the week. It's so hard to pick your favorite Prince songs, right? Because you have like 5, and then you're like, oh wait, but this one too, and this one. But I love that song, and mainly because I really love the message. You know what I mean? But it's just it's such a good song. And one time I went to this it's like a hip hop convention, it was a dance battle out in LA, and there was an amazing battle. It was like 2 guys, it was like a popping battle, and they did it to this song, and oh my God, it just put like a totally different spin on it. Wow! Oh my God, that was amazing. Yeah,
that's really dope.
Imagine.
Yeah, it's good.
Vic, you and I might have to have a pop battle before the night's over. Maybe one of these days.
You throw that song back on, I'm with it.
Vic, you got your top on with you?
Wait a minute. Hold on. He sound like he want to pop right now. Hold on. Wait a minute. Challenge. All right, I'm going to say that because it's about Prince tonight. It ain't about popping, but
Prince saved you tonight, brother. Prince saved you tonight.
Saved me. Okay, we popping. Okay. So this next joint right here, for all the Prince fans, we know that he did the original version for "I Feel for You." Mm-hmm. Okay. But what a lot of Prince fans might not have heard before is this version. This is his acoustic version. This is just wow. Woo! Vic already threw in the towel early. By the way, Dana, Vic is his reactions. He might walk off. He might throw in a towel.
No, I remember because I watched what episode? Maybe it was Janet Jackson, and he had Vic, you had the handkerchief. You were dancing, and I was like, "Oh, he has a dance." What did we call it? The dancer chip or something? I don't even know.
Dancer chip.
That's what it was. The dancer chip.
I like that. I'm gonna use it.
Yeah.
Shakina, yes, I definitely had to throw in the towel already. I never heard that must be one of the exclusives, right?
Yeah.
That was crazy. I've always been a huge fan of that song from Shaka Khan, and just my Lord have mercy. That was amazing.
Heavenly.
Amazing. Yes. Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
He wrote for Shaka, right?
Not that I know of. It's very possible because he wrote for obviously a lot of people. Mm-hmm. But that right there, because the song itself that's from the album, it's a dope song, but that acoustic version that he just did, oh my, it's
and just that octave that
yeah, I need to hear a little more of that. Come on.
So good.
Woo! God. He was one of one. There was only a few of these artists that in our lifetime that we saw. Obviously, Mike was one of those ones. Prince was one of one. You can't duplicate this. You can't.
No.
Many have tried.
Come on.
Have tried to this day.
You're right. Because once, and we'll get further into the Prince sound of the 80s, of the mid 80s. Once he got deeper into the 80s, a lot of R&B acts imitated that sound. That Prince snare, that, you know, that sound he had. But before we go there, I can't go past I Feel For You without playing I Feel For You.
Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan.
I have to.
Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan, let me rock it, Chaka Khan. Let me rock it, that's all I wanna do. Chaka Khan, let me rock it, Chaka Khan. Let me rock it, let me feel for you. Chaka Khan, what you tell me what you wanna do? Do you feel for me the way I feel for you? Chaka Khan, let me tell you what I wanna do. I wanna love you, wanna hug you, wanna squeeze you too. And let me take it in my arms, let me feel you with my charm, Chaka. Cause you know that I'm the one that keep you warm, Chaka. I make it more than just a physical dream. I wanna rock you, Chaka, baby, but you make me wanna scream. Let me rock it, rock it.
Stevie Wonder on the harmonica. Are you kidding me? Over a Prince cover.
Baby, when I look at you, I know one thing inside. There's something about the things you do that keeps me satisfied. I'm lost in you, baby. Saying the physical thing. The feeling that I got with you, baby, makes me want to sing. I feel for you. I think I love you. I feel for you. I think I love you.
Chaka Khan, let me rock it, Chaka Khan. Let me rock it, that's all I wanna do. Chaka Khan, let me rock it, Chaka Khan. Let me rock it, let me feel for you, feel for you.
Yo.
Timeless.
Just feels great.
Two of my favorite artists back to back. Oh my Lord.
This is such a sidebar thing, but I was just saying how versatile the WAP is, and you can do it to practically any song.
Yes.
Even if you're doing it incorrectly, like I was. I was trying to keep it with her wop. She was whopping, I was whipping. I wasn't doing it right. But yeah, I Feel For You. And she also said when the music was playing and the mics were off, she didn't realize I Feel For You. She thought he wrote that for Chaka Khan. No, that was a song on his album.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize it was
either.
Yeah. And Stevie's playing the harmonica on it. I mean, come on, like.
I didn't realize that was Stevie playing the harmonica either.
Really?
Makes total sense.
Makes sense.
I mean,
Yes.
who else would be doing
Yeah.
that?
That's the only Prince and Stevie Wonder collab that I know of.
Wow.
Crazy.
Vicariously, right. So, okay, we're going to keep it moving right here. Here's another exclusive. This is a song called Kiss Me from the Prince Vaults.
you born, never, never you feel so free. Yeah, come on, pretty baby. Come on, pretty baby. Kiss me quick, that's you. Come on, pretty baby. Kiss me quick.
Vic? Dana? You ever heard that one?
No, I mean, God, what a find! What a find! You know, it's like finding a song like that is really like you're looking in like a treasure chest, right? And just like song after song. I mean, I can only imagine how many. I mean, I was just trying to think like if we listened to every single one of Prince's songs, especially and even the ones obviously that we've never heard. Like, I wonder how long it would take. Like how many Yeah,
Hmm.
I love
For-
that song.
Yeah.
It's
And I
called
mean,
Kiss Me.
it's called Kiss Me Quick. Yep. And it's just an unreleased song. Like in more recent years, they've been releasing songs from his vault. Here's one more before we go back to what we know. This right here is real punk
Now,
rockish.
is this part of some of the? You were saying this is part of the unreleased stuff because I know that they just released a set of unreleased tracks. So is this part of it, or is
This is not one of those.
okay?
But those unreleased were like like his demo versions of songs before they got put out, like songs he wrote for other people. Like I found Just Another Manic Monday, his version.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he wrote that song too.
For the Bengals.
Yeah. Thank you, Dana. Right here is called Tick Tick Bang. Now, he years later had a song called Tick Tick Bang, but this is not it. It's like the same title, but this is a different song. This is real punk rockish, and I'm playing this now because this is the early Prince. This is the early stages of his career.
Get me all excited, all excited. Let me go, wipe and say, please. See my candle, wanna light it, wanna light it. You got to say, whoa. It's just a bombshell. If I ever get it, there's no telling how long I last. Bang, all over you. Bang, bang, all over you. Bang, 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 bang. Oh yeah. I can't concentrate. When I see a bang, 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 I just wanna bang, I wanna masturbate.
Oh boy.
Baby girl, it ain't the
You think
same.
you want to masturbate?
I can feel the same. You're such a bombshell. If I ever get it, there's no telling how long I last. Bang, all over you. Bang, bang, all over you. Bang, 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 bang. Oh yeah.
Stop it.
That sounds like early Prince when it was just like a bunch of guys. They got a band. Somebody's on the drums. Somebody's on the guitar.
I'm
You know
just
what I mean?
jamming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Very,
Vic,
very
Vic is
Minnesota.
praying. Vic is praying right now. He's like, Lord, make it stop. But let it keep going.
No, I just keep thinking like the constant debate between Michael and Prince, which arguably, honestly, I can't even really choose. But I would say, and I always say to Prince's credit of being a one-man orchestra, he's like, and I don't know if I would even say arguably, like the epitome of an artist's artist. Like how they say an MC's MC.
Yeah.
Prince is just beyond eclectic, can touch any style, genre of music. Like this is another exclusive I've never heard.
Yeah.
Rock,
Me too.
pop, punk, R&B, hip hop, any reggae, anything that you want to throw at him.
Yeah.
I'm sure even beyond his from the grave, he could whip something up without any issues. I mean, this is just what could Prince not do, honestly, at any given time?
Yeah.
What could he not do? Dance,
Shakina
sing.
said, tick, tick, that's it. Prince was a musician. That sets him apart from MJ. Without question.
It really does. It really does.
Without question, not to knock MJ, because who's touching MJ?
Exactly. No, it's and I mean, I could say there's things from Michael's side from when he was a child that people can't touch. You know what I mean? Like we can go back and forth all day. They definitely have their accolades and their attributes. So you can't go wrong either way. Really.
I don't think that it's even fair to kind of say one versus the other. Like there's MJ, there's Prince, there's Stevie, you know, like they all just are great musicians.
They occupy their own space
and lane.
Absolutely. But the people are going to make the constant comparisons because of, as John pointed out in the beginning, their stature, their physical, you know, the femininity that they kind of had similarities with that. They were both larger than life artists.
Yeah.
With catalogs of classics. They're always going to be compared. That's just the nature of the.
Let me tell you something. Do you know how dope Prince is? This dude would be on stage with his ass out. And dude was just sitting there like bobbing and enjoying the music. I was too.
Exactly.
With his ass out. That's I'm telling you, as a heterosexual man from back at that time, that was huge. Now that would mean nothing because I understand and respect gay people way more than I ever did. But back then, it was a different time. I didn't disrespect them, but at the same time, I didn't have an understanding. So it was just like normally, like Boy George, he was another one.
He was another favorite of mine. Culture Club.
You know, he dressed ambiguously, let's say. But I didn't question anything because the music was amazing.
Yeah.
I was just talking about that the other day. Culture Club, I never looked at these things like I noticed as a child, like he kind of like, but I never really put deep thought into it. And I love the music. That's all it was about for me. And still to this day, it's all it's about for me is the music.
Yeah.
It's so like as I was older, I'm like, oh yeah, Boy George. That was okay.
Yeah.
To your point, Vic, like I never questioned the music was so good that it was just this is Boy George and this is his look and whatever.
That's it.
Like in my head, I was like, okay, this is the guy version of Cyndi Lauper.
Yes.
Right.
I always thought the same thing too. Or Madonna. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know.
I think like for me, I love that I grew up in the 80s. You know, there were so many different types of music and just watching I watched MTV all the time.
When MTV was MTV.
Yeah, when they actually play music videos. But like, yeah, I mean, aside from Culture Club, there were so many artists, bands at the time wearing eyeliner. You know, then you have like the hair bands, like the hair metal bands, like Motley Crue, you know, with all the makeup and stuff. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's the same thing. Like I just loved the music and never really thought about anything else.
Yeah. Until we were taught different.
Right.
Yes. Hit it right.
Before we were
on the end.
Before we were taught, we only were able to feel. And we felt the music.
Totally. I have one thing to say. It has nothing to do with music, but with Boy George, I don't know if you guys use Waze as a GPS.
Yes.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I got an alert on my phone a few days ago that now, because you can change the voice options of when you want to, who you want to hear when they're navigating, and Boy George is on there.
Oh, that's crazy. That's
so, like,
crazy.
I used it the other day and it was just hilarious. It was like turn right, and I was like, all right. But I knew I was like 2 blocks from my house. Like I knew where I was, but I just wanted to hear his voice. So.
kept circling. Like, I know where I'm at. Just tell me though. I want you to tell me.
I love it. Oh man.
You are not at the Culture Club.
Yo, honestly, and the thing that's so dope about, again, to your point, John and Dana, like the 80s, man. You just think to Prince's caliber, you had all these amazing icons, the Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder, Madonna, Boy George, George Michael. The list goes on. This is how, I mean, this Princeton just stand out in a toilet full of doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm saying like he had some competition.
Yeah, no.
Like he had
yeah,
right.
He had some incredible competition, and he still stood above and beyond. You understand? Like that's just, come on. We can go all day with the accolades, man.
He was the top turd. He was the top turd. He was the biggest turd in the toilet. Is that what Vic was getting at?
Well,
Turdy.
I was just gonna say
he was Turdy Murphy. So, all right.
Between like 80s and also we've talked about this. I don't know I don't remember if we've had this conversation on Super MC, but I know we've had this conversation about like early hip hop in the late 80s, early 90s, but just music in general. People were coming out and they were coming out as, okay, this is my thing, and it was very much more individualized. You know, you knew exactly who this person was. You knew exactly who this person was. Even when R. Kelly and
Aaron Hall,
and people kind of felt like R. Kelly kind of sounded like Aaron Hall, but you could still hear the difference. You know what I mean? Like everybody felt like I've got my own thing, versus like the further you went into 2000s.
They were clones. 2000s. They became clones. Everyone was copying.
2000, it was like everybody sounds like everybody else. And I think that's part of the reason, you know, I mean, Prince is Prince, but that's part of the reason why you have Prince, Michael Jackson, the Jacksons,
right,
Wonder,
right,
Madonna, like all these people who became these
top turds.
Not like individual people that you can always, like, you can say their name and you know exactly who they are, what their music sounded like. You know what I mean? Like George, Culture Club, like all these people. You know them, you know, and you know their sound. You know them as an individual act, as opposed to like this whole genre of look-alike and sound-alike singers, you know, and entertainers.
And what was cool too, even though it was like Dana pointed out earlier with the long hair, the mascara, eyeliner, a lot of these groups like Poison, Motley Crue adopted these styles, but they still stood out as individual entities. I didn't really feel like they were biting each other. Like no matter what genre it was, R&B, rock, you know, punk, they had their own, you know, their own style, their own feel. You know, and that's where I got lost as things went on after the 90s, where I was just like, wow, you know, I really can't tell him from him or her from her or them from them. Like, it's just all sounding the same to me. It's crazy.
I remember years ago, I was listening to a radio show with Michael Baisden, and you know, he was talking about like old heads versus young heads. That was his thing always. And, you know, with regards to music and, you know, nowadays, he was saying like, you could take Al Green, put him behind a curtain and just have him sing, and you know that's him. He said a lot of these artists now, I wouldn't know unless you see their face on stage. They all sound the same. You know, they just have it's like a formula that they're following, and you know.
I agree. I totally agree.
Great example.
Let's get great examples. So we're gonna get back to a little bit more Prince. Here's some stuff that we all are familiar with. We know this. I think we know this. I don't know. I don't know. We might know this. I don't know. Sounds familiar. Go ahead, Nelson.
judgment day.
Hold up. I'm sorry. I don't mean to stop the groove. Don't stop. I'm gonna bring it back. But I just had to say, this dude's lyrics, even though his songs could be light, there was like a lightness in his music because it felt good and it made you dance. Then there was a darkness also because he's a dark individual. Kind of. And then in his lyrics, there was such artistry and weirdness, but a good weirdness. Like he's talking, what did he say? He's something about the apocalypse. Like he's like, I mean, obviously this song is 1999, but it's like he just had such depth, even at his simplest. I just had to say that. I'm sorry.
And my man doing that bar right there, just
yeah.
I love that sound. That's
we gotta go back to that. And that's Prince.
Wasn't it the guy in the video too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy. Yeah.
No, the other guy in the video said it.
Right, but Prince
recording
wrote
of
it,
the song.
Are
That's
you sure?
Prince. No,
I don't know because it starts out with the female band members singing, and then it goes to him.
My man, the other black dude, and then Prince later follows up.
Okay, okay, I stand.
I remember that. I remember that from back in the day.
Yeah. Okay. Revolution.
One of my favorite parts.
I'm sorry, Revolution. My bad. And I mean, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. I think he says when I woke up this morning. Wait, could have sworn it was Judgment Day.
Yes, I think that is. Yeah.
And then Prince comes in. Sky was so purple.
Yeah.
People running everywhere. Yeah.
Go ahead, Dana.
No, I love lyrics. And another thing about MTV that I used to do is I would sit in front of the TV and like write down because they used to tell you the song, the artist.
Yes.
I would write down that, and then I would record the songs like off the radio and rewind them to get every lyric. Whereas like now you just Google lyrics for but I would be like writing everything down like a maniac. So like back in the day, my friends would call me and be like, Dana, what's the song? And they like, tell me a few lyrics. I'm like, oh, that's 1990, or whatever.
I love it. I love these stories. I love the feel of back. Oh, I miss it. I'm so happy I grew up when I did.
Me too.
Happy. Oh,
like I love that story, and I see the connection we had to the music then.
Yes.
There's a lot more access to music now and a lot more out there. So in some ways that's good, and you can reach people you would never be able to reach before, or you can hear music from people you might not have heard before. But there's a disconnect. It changed when we stopped physically having the music in our hands and CD, cassette, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's almost like real social distancing, like that human contact, and that's John, we were just talking about that with cassettes and credits and album covers and reading the pamphlets in the back or inside the vinyl. Like it's just oh man, it's different.
And I think that's why hearing this music brings us back to that.
The way that you guys know, like when I ask you each week on Super MC, like who produced that? Do you know who the producers are now for music? I mean, I don't know how much music y'all listen to now anyway, but like, do you know the producers the way that you knew them then?
Vic?
I would say yes, because I'm still just as invested as I was back in the 80s. If now we don't have the cassettes and the singles and the vinyl as accessible to us, but now, like Dana said, I'll have to go to a Google and research, but I'm still invested to go and research it because I'm just loving everything from the mixing, the engineer, the producer, the songwriter. I'm here for it. Totally here for it.
I'm partially in. I got one foot in the water with that, I listen to some current stuff, and when I do, and if I like it, I want to know who made it.
Right.
So let's get back to this song.
I was dreaming when I wrote this. Forgive me if it goes astray.
But when I woke up this morning, could have sworn it was Judgment Day.
Sky was all purple, there were people running everywhere, trying to run from the destruction. I didn't
Yo, the genius of him to have written this song and titled it 1999 to where everybody celebrated each New Year's Eve
Mm-hmm.
up till 1999 and even beyond.
And when 1999 hit,
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
oh
man.
my God.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then there were like 10, 20 different remixes.
That year was
Crazy.
serious. Everyone was,
Yeah.
it was like Prince was a genius all over again.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay. We're gonna-
When I first heard that song, I'm trying to think, what year did that come out? 1999.
I have to look.
I was just thinking that sometime in the mid 80s, I believe either 83, 84.
That's
I have
what
to
I
look
was.
it up.
Yeah. So I
Mm,
remember hearing it, and I'm like, it's like 1999. It's almost 2000. It was just so futuristic to me, and I
Yes.
swore by that time we were gonna have like jetpacks. I'm like, oh, kids are gonna be like on jetpacks
Or
flying
some
to school.
Jetsons, Elroy type stuff.
wow, that came out in 82?
82.
Wow.
See, I was close. I said 83. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
I think I
I'm
was in Scotch
sorry.
Plains, New Jersey at that point in time in 80. Yeah, still in, around 82, 83.
You were in Scotch Plains for a minute?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Before
man.
Montgomery. Yep. Yep.
He was right around the corner from me. That's where I grew up, Scotch Plains.
Indeed. Fanwood, New Jersey. Yeah, man.
Word up. See, damn, small world.
Yes,
All
indeed.
right, here's some more Prince right here. This. Oops, sorry. Had another song coming in.
Is it a remix or what?
Prince like Nelson, calm down, Nelson. I'm playing this song in my order, not yours.
Like,
Guess I should know by the way you popped your car sideways at a wooden last. You're the kind of person who believes in making out once, love them and leaving fast.
This dude is just too cool, yo.
Guess I must be dumb. She had a pocket full of horses, Trojan and some of them used. But it was Saturday night. I guess that makes it alright. You see, what have I got to lose? Money, I say, little red Corvette. Baby, you're much too fast. Little red Corvette. You need a love that's gonna last. Guess I should've closed my eyes when you drove me to the place where your horses run free.
Who talks like this man?
Felt a little ill when I saw all the pictures of the jockeys that were there before me. Believe it or not, I started to worry. Wondered if I had enough class. But it was Saturday night. I guess that makes it alright. You say, baby, have you got enough gas? Oh yeah, little red Corvette. Baby, your mind's too fast. It's your little red Corvette. You need to find a love that's gonna last.
Okay, so first of all, hold on.
These comments.
These comments. Okay, so Nicole, we do see the comments. She said they're too busy dancing and singing to notice the comments. We see the
Cole's
comments.
intro, letting off shots. First thing, boy.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Her daughter comes in and says something nice. Oh, that looks nice. And then Nicole comes back. Yeah, well, they ain't paying no attention to your comment. We didn't see your compliment. They over there cutting the rug. That's old school, cutting the rug.
Love you, Nicole.
Word up. And speaking of that, because Nicole right now is just, she going crazy with it. So let's go crazy with her. Shout out to Nicole. Shout out to the Drews. God. Oh Lord.
I think we lost Vic.
Yeah, he looks happy and hurt at the same time. I've never seen a smile hurt so much. Yo, Prince, listen, because the average black person, well, at least the average black songs that were coming out then, they weren't guitar heavy the same way as Prince was. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Prince had us listening to guitar riffs and grooving to that, like in a major, major, major way. Oh, I'm just gonna keep going. We're still on this Purple Rain. Storyteller as well.
Absolutely.
Go
Two
ahead.
things, man. We got to talk about this Purple Rain movie, which was the first time I heard that song.
Mm.
And two, we got to get at these comments because these comments are just crazy.
Yeah, Purple Rain was a classic, of course. Is there
Oh,
something you wanted to say?
no, I'm saying, oh
Purple
yeah,
Rain?
Purple Rain was just. Well, first, I want to know what y'all thought of Purple Rain before I get into it. Dana,
As the movie Purple Rain.
yes,
Oh, I
movie,
loved it.
soundtrack, everything, the whole
I
package.
mean, the
deal.
whole package. That's what it is. It's a whole
Yeah.
package, you know? And yeah, I actually watched that movie. I don't know when it was. It was actually during the snow, one of our bad snowstorms. It was on TV, and I was like, "Oh, this is perfect."
Mm.
But yeah, I mean, that movie, the soundtrack from like beginning to end, right? It doesn't miss a beat. Like every song, and
No.
as you just said, a storyteller. You know, he takes you through every single moment. I mean, oh
Yeah.
my god,
Yeah.
that's such a good song. It's such
Yeah.
a good song.
Yeah. Fun fact about that movie, the rivalry that movie depicted between himself
And the time.
and Morris Day was real.
Mm-hmm.
And during that movie, in fact, Morris Day sometimes didn't even show up on set when he was supposed to.
I heard
You
about
know, he kind of almost didn't even want to do the movie. You know, they were kind of like at a point where sometimes their competition, their competitive spirits worked well together, and then sometimes it just separated them because now they were pitted against each other, you know.
Right.
that.
But anyway,
And I want to say, yeah, for that movie, it was relatable to me with just the home dynamic with Prince, his pops, and his moms. Something that was a bit relatable to me, in fact. And I mean, at that time, I wasn't allowed to watch the movie because it was just so profound in the profanity and everything which way you went with the movie. But I went back and watched it as an adult, and I just watched it a few months ago and just fell in love with the movie all over again from the first time I watched it. I just thought that, like, from an artistic standpoint, it was dope. It was very insightful to, like you said, the rivalry between two amazing groups, artists. It touched on so many different things, from like the love story between him and Apollonia. Um, Man, and again, just the personal issues that were occurring at home. So I mean, there's just so many layers to the movie that I really appreciated and enjoyed. And as an adult, like that's one of the movies I'd advise people, if you were young at the time and weren't allowed to watch it, go back and watch Purple Rain. Like it'll definitely hit you, and I think you'll appreciate it as an adult. Like just phenomenal movie. I can't say enough about it. Aside from just the outstanding music, the soundtrack, incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what we've been listening to for the last few songs. This is all from the Purple Rain soundtrack.
Incredible.
It's an iconic movie. It's definitely, for me, his best.
Yes.
The more he went on, the more the movies got a little weirder for me.
Plus, he's just not really the best actor.
And that's one of the things. Like, leave her alone. Like when my man was, you know, getting at his pops for messing with his mom. Yo.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
Yeah. You both bring up some very valid points. And on that note, we're gonna go to When Doves Cry. Lot going on over here. And Vic, you listen, you could tell Vic really loves Prince because some of these songs, when they come on, his eyes just shut and he's just out.
He's in his zone.
Yes,
Right.
Indeed.
And it's not AutoZone. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Hey, shout out to Genuine. We were talking about remakes and exclusives earlier. He did one of the dopest remakes to this song on that first Bachelor album of his. I love that remake of When Doves Cry. Excellent remake.
Yeah,
really dope.
And that's a hard thing. I think like any Prince song, redoing any Prince song is hard because
it's Prince.
It's Prince.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think anybody, though, the best rendition of Purple Rain I have heard was Jennifer Hudson. What was this on? One of the BET Award shows. But like Purple Rain is such a hard song. And it's like, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, because with Purple Rain, it's like you have to get that feeling. Like that's one of the things about that song that pulls you in is because you feel it in your soul. You know what I mean? Like you feel the pain. And so if you decide to remake that song, you really have to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know what you're talking about. I saw that with Jennifer and I was like, okay, because I get nervous, you know, when anyone wants to do like a Prince remake, but she did it well. I liked it.
Well, did you see it like a week before that? Madonna tried to do it.
Cringeworthy.
Yeah, and I really like Madonna, but
same here.
I would have rather watched two squirrels sit down and have tea, which actually seems pretty fascinating. No, think about that.
Wait, what? Have tea?
Mm-hmm. Two squirrels sitting down.
That tea?
That would be pretty cool to see.
Point intended or what? I mean,
Right. Dana would be serving the tea, of course. She's like, you know. Is that are those Prince pictures behind you, Dana?
I see them. I'm on it. I
Okay.
definitely saw it from the jump.
Can you see?
Yeah,
I saw it. Yep.
I just noticed. Okay. She's representing.
So, and the purple
Okay.
underneath. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, she's
I
representing.
have this little thing.
Wow.
I couldn't find. I just didn't have enough time. I was like, I'm like last minute Lucy over here.
Yo,
I was looking for all
same
my
thing.
Prince stuff, and I'm like, whatever.
I had my CDs and cassettes ready, man, and things fell apart at the last minute.
Mm.
It happened.
Man,
Right.
You couldn't buy your purple suit.
I couldn't find your purple suit. Yeah. Well, I couldn't find my purple suit. Oh, we were going to be in a treat. We were going to be in for a treat tonight if I had put on my purple suit. I would have looked more like Barney than Prince, but worse things have happened. Okay, so we're going to keep. Ooh, we're going to keep moving. Oh, these comments. Y'all are dropping a lot of music gems in the comments. I'm loving that. Nicole said, piggybacking on Imani's comment reference to Queen. Yes, forgot about EWF. Yeah, y'all. Salute to y'all in the comments. Salute to y'all. Vic is going through something right now. Let's. Okay, so this is still okay. So now we're going to go from just regular Prince songs. Regular. That's such a. We're going to go from Prince songs to a couple of songs that he produced for others that he was connected to. Like we were just talking about Morris Day in the Time. Let's go.
I've been watching you. Think I wanna know ya. Said I'm a little dangerous. Girl, I'd love to show ya. My true love. Yeah. I think I wanna know ya. True love. Girl, I'd love to show ya. You got a pretty car. I think I wanna drive it. I ain't guess that I drive a little dangerous. Take to my crib, rip you off. Look out. I think I wanna know ya. True love. Yeah. Girl, I'd love to show ya. Come on, baby, where's your guts?
Hold up. They look in the comments. They're saying, Vic, get up and dance. Vic, oh, we got to get the right music for Vic. Maybe this will get him there. I don't know. We'll keep going until we get Vic up.
Hold on, why y'all beating on shit? What's that mean?
Like a live version of this.
Do y'all want to learn a new dance? Are you qualified to learn one? That's what I thought. Who can dance out there? Okay, we're gonna try a new dance, and if I see everybody doing it, I don't want to see you no more. Jelly Bean, are we ready?
Okay.
Y'all better do this one. What time is that? I told y'all 10 seconds to get to the dance floor. And America, have you heard? A brand new dance on this punk bird. You don't need no finesse or no personality. You just need to have an attitude. And everybody sing with me. Come on now. Hallelujah. Oh, oh, hallelujah. Oh, oh, oh. Brothers, don't be cool. Women like sometimes when you act fool. Sisters, don't be shy. Let your body get loose. You ain't too fast to fly. Come on now. Hallelujah. Oh, oh, oh. Y'all sing it with me. Goes like this. Hallelujah. Oh, oh, oh.
They're getting on you, Vic.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep going. We're gonna just keep going for a minute. Whoo! That was like that was that was like special ed and I Got It Made, where he was just listing all the things he got, and all the things he could do and all the places he can go. He was just cool.
Amazing work, man. I'm getting the workout just sitting down and
Me
dancing,
too.
man.
Well, the workout continues.
All of y'all asking, man. I had food right before the show, so I can't even it wouldn't agree with my stomach to get up and do my thing. Maybe next show, next time around. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all more than welcome to hop online and do the virtual thing too. I'm sure
Yeah,
John will let y'all in if y'all want to get down and shake your thing.
maybe. It may be. And let's get to the ladies now, because obviously he did a lot of don't know, when you see the towel, that's him throwing in the towel. He needs a moment to himself. He's throwing in the towel. That's what that is. For those that don't know, now you know. Nasty Girl. Then, you also have Sex Shooter. That's because you was a kid. It was supposed to make you uncomfortable. This is grown-ups.
I need you to get off on your bum, baby, ready to explode.
Oh my.
I need you to get off when you're slave to anything I'm told.
Okay, we're gonna have to go.
She love in your direction. I'm a sex shooter. Come and play with my affection. I need you to pull my trigger, babe. I can't do it alone.
We can leave. Oh, the mic's on.
Be my main thing, plaything, pillar of stone. Ooh, I'm a sex shooter. She loving your direction. I'm a sex shooter. Come and play with my affection.
So what happened to me, John? I love the song, and my mom would be ready to beat me for singing all the lyrics. Understandable. Imani said, calm down, John. That's my aunt. I understand. But this is my wife. So, we're kind of at a crossroads here, Imani. Shout out to Imani. Go check out her music, please. What's the name of her page?
143 Imogen.
143 Imogen. Go check out this young lady and her music. She's an amazing songstress. Go check her out. Word up. All right. More of the ladies. What do you know about this?
She wears a long fur coat of me, even in the summertime. Everybody knows from the cold middle rain, the girl's got a lot of mind. She's got big thoughts, big dreams, and a big promise ain't it today. What about this girl? She really wants to be in love with a man. She wants to leave a glamorous life. She don't need a man's touch. She wants to leave a glamorous life without love. It ain't much.
Vic over there singing. Vic over there on mute, coming up with ad libs and background vocals. Remix. He cooking up, y'all.
See, this is why I gotta throw in the towel at certain points, man.
No.
Y'all see the ugly face. I just can't take it. These are my joints, man. I would be throwing the towel in for every one of these songs, man.
Yeah.
I can't take it. Can't take
Yeah,
it.
I know. And this one may be one of my top tier ones. This one is one of my favorite songs of any genre. I'll slap somebody over this song, except for my wife. I will slap another man over this song. Exactly.
Shine down upon the skin. Whispering words, scream on reason. We all want the stuff that's found in our wildest dreams.
I know y'all hear Prince in the background. Undertone.
Yes, sir.
In the back of our limousine. That's what we are. We all wanna love the song. That's what we are. We all wanna love the song.
Yeah, Shakina. It's the lyrics. Word up.
Strawberry wine, body that's built you to. A kiss on the spine, do things we never do. Swallow the pride and joy of the ivory tower. Dance on the roof, make love on a bed.
Wow.
Can we just point out how dope Prince is?
My cats.
Have we said that for the night?
Yes.
Can we just point out the fact that even when it wasn't Prince related in such with his style, his music, well, I say genre, he made his way into hip hop classics such as Crush Groove with this song. Can we point out the fact that he made his way into Beverly Hills Cop with that Vanity classic?
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. How dope is Prince? How dope is Prince?
He's everything. And to further that point,
incredible.
So we got these songs that we played that we, songs that were people he collaborated with and wrote songs for that was down with his crew. We have this one video we want to play real quick that is the Holly Rock song, but it's him doing it. It's not Sheila E. because obviously he wrote the song and you'll see. Please play the video, baby. Thank you.
Yo, Dana, you want to take this one?
Any reactions, thoughts?
Oops. Wait, hold on.
Hold on, Dana. You're muted. 1 second. You good?
Okay, having some. Okay.
Here we go.
I was having some technical difficulties for some reason. It wasn't playing. I couldn't hear it until like the last 10 seconds, maybe.
Oh, so you missed the whole video?
Yeah. I mean, I saw it. I just couldn't.
But you couldn't hear it. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. Well, yeah, it was Holly Rock. Well, obviously.
Yeah, I do know the song. The song.
Oh my God, dude.
What do you think? What's your reaction?
Dude, I was in awe, man. From the visuals to like Crush Groove is one of my favorites. And I'm just sitting here wondering now. I mean, it was just dope to hear Prince spitting. First of all, let's just say that the visuals were amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got me wondering whether he wrote the verse at the end of the movie for Sheila E. as well.
He did.
Yo, this is Sheila E. And I want to say that I'm a super high power cold crushing lady, and I'm here to rap. Was that him too?
I'm sure it was. It had to be. He wrote everything else everything that she was involved in that movie. He wrote.
Dude, that was amazing.
Yeah,
that was amazing. That clip was just incredible to me.
Yeah.
That was incredible. That's all I could. Yeah,
and I agree. So we're gonna keep it moving, and we're going to briefly go to a hip hop space since we showed him rapping. We want to show a couple of joints where they sampled Prince that we wouldn't even realize it was. I didn't realize they were Prince samples. So I'll play the sample, and then we'll play a piece of the hip hop song. All right, here's the first one. Yeah. In case you didn't recognize that, that's this. Nice and smooth, no delaying.
Hey yo, kicking wicked rhymes like a fortune teller. Had a dog by the name of Old Yeller. Old Yeller had a fiendish plot. Schemed and dreamed for me to make a knot. Ever since then, booties clock me like Big Ben. As I go on and kick more. Got more songs than a record store. Some is sniffing and some is buffing. Some is ripping, some ain't saying nothing.
Okay. Okay. Let's keep moving. All right, here's the next one.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
When you say you love me, it doesn't matter. It goes into my head as just chit chatter. You may think it's egotistical or just very free, but what you say, I take none of it seriously. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell you so. I'd let you pretend to read me, and then you'd know. Cause I hate when one attempts to analyze. In fact, I despise those who even try to look into my eyes to see what I am thinking. That dream is over, your yacht is sinking. I tell all of you, like I told all of them, what you say to me is just paper thin. Word.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm done for the night, man. That's it. I'm good. Stick a fork inside of me. I'm good. Exit stage left. I'm good. I'm done. I would have never thought, never knew.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yo, Prince is just wow. What I tell you, even from the grave, like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Astounding.
Yeah. I know. I was floored. Here's a couple more pieces. We'll just play a couple more. You got me cussing.
Reality ain't always the truth.
KRS.
Rhymes equal actual life in the youth. I lived in a spot called Millbrook Projects, the original criminal-minded rap topic. With 20 cents in my pocket, I saw the light. If you're young, gifted, and black, you got no rights.
Okay, you get it. Whoo, goodness. All right, here's another one. Victor.
Wow.
Check it out, y'all. P-Rock. Remix. Check it out.
Lords of the Underground, Pete Rock.
Check it out, y'all.
I never take the bump for granted. I still play some jacket. I stop doing like what's happening, baby. Hey. I was trying to diss, but y'all don't really want no drama. Like I said before, you diss me, I diss your mama. Mr. Bucky's coming at you, but I don't have to get you. Stop it in your face. Punch you in your face.
Okay, we're gonna keep moving. Now, hold up, Vic. De La also sampled that same sample for a song with Biz. We're gonna play a piece of that too.
I was born in the boogie down CAT scan with my building.
No, I'm not even going for that this time. You got to kick that new thing. You ain't been out.
This right here is stupid.
Why you gonna be acting like that on this track? Kick some old funk joint like this.
You know POSD and UOS. Usually the reason for a cardiac arrest. The back off the silly hardcore wannabes. Plug a fire to blow that ass from the ground like stacks of leaves. Not a trick when sniffing in my word, cuz.
No need practice makes a real jam.
Heard I'm just.
Okay, one last one. They'll be really familiar with this. Well, a piece of this.
I recognize it already.
Them drums, right?
You can't roll a blunt to this one. You gotta like J. You gotta puff a J on this one.
Just show that real quick. We're gonna go back to Prince. But wow. Wow.
Yes.
This dude.
Who'd have thunk it?
Right.
Yo,
I didn't.
Can I just salute you for highlighting these samples and examples of how amazing Prince is, and just I don't think I've ever seen this. I never knew of those songs and those samples.
Me
Never.
either.
Me neither.
Me either. It's the great thing about this show, because I may be playing songs to you guys that, or you're like, wow, I didn't know that. But before the episode, I didn't know either.
It's the great thing about you and your wife. Let's just give it up to y'all. Like, y'all are amazing. This is crazy.
Give it up
This
to
is
her
crazy.
more than me, because it's her more than me. You know, I can't do it without her. You know what I'm saying? What did Shakina say? The question I pose is, will anyone ever sample today's music? It all is the same. That's a great question. We'll see like 10 years from now or something. That's a great question, actually. Okay. Let's go back to Prince.
Part-time in a 5 and dime. My boss is Mr. McGee.
Another story.
He told me several times that he didn't like my kind, 'cause I was a bit too leisurely. It seemed that I was busy doing something close to nothing, but different than the day before. That's when I saw her. Ooh, I saw her. She walked into the outdoor. She wore a raspberry beret, the kind you find in a second-hand store. Raspberry beret. If it was warm, she wouldn't wear much more. Raspberry beret. I think I love her. Built like she was, she had the nerve to ask me if I planned to do her any harm. So look here, I put on the back of my bike and we went riding down by old man Johnson's farm. I said, now overcast days never turn me on. There's something about the clouds and her mixed. She wasn't too bright, but I could tell when she kissed me, she knew how to get a kiss. She wore a raspberry beret, kind you find in a second-hand store. Raspberry beret. And if it was warm, she wouldn't wear much more.
Storyteller. Such a storyteller. And we're gonna just keep rocking. This is one of my favorites. What you know about that pop life? Shout out to everyone in the chat. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to our channel now. Vibe with us.
What's the matter with your life? Is it poverty to bring you down? Is the mailman dragging you around? Do you put your $1 million check in someone else's box? Tell me, what's the matter with your world? Was it born when you wanted a girl? Don't you know the straight hair ain't got no curl? Life ain't real funky unless it's got that pop. Dig it, pop life. Everybody needs a thrill. Pop life. We all got a space to feel. Pop life. Everybody can't be on top. Life ain't real funky unless it's got that pop. Dig it. Tell me, what's it underneath your hair? Is there anybody living there? Can't get over, say you just don't care. Show me a boy who's staying in school and I'll show you a boy I'll wear. Big it up, life. Everybody needs a thrill. Pop life. We all got a space to feel. Pop life.
Pop life. I'm gonna keep going. I mean, because let's let Vic. You want to say something?
I'm looking to see what Dana has to say. I see
Dana,
that
is there
smile and the
anything you'd like
Kool-Aid
to say?
smile.
Like with every song, it's the lyrics and the storytelling, and that song has a pretty deep message, and it's like he tells these stories with such important messages. But the music, it's like you don't know unless you just want to dance. You're like, oh, this is a great song, it makes you happy, but at the same time, he's really telling you something. I don't know. That was one of the things that I always, from a young age, just loved about Prince, and great song. Love that song.
Yeah. Such depth.
Yeah.
His lyrics. It's like he was aware of everything that was going on as far as the depth in his lyrics, but then the fun in the music and the feel and the dancing part of it. Ugh.
Because
reminds me of
sorry.
Nation, and the whole thing behind that was like, you want to talk about all these really deep issues, but you package it in this package where it's very danceable, it's very fun. So you're saying all these things and you're saying some really deep things, but it doesn't sound preachy.
Yeah.
Right.
It's friendly and accessible. He makes it,
That's what I was just gonna say, because if you have the same things that he's talking about, but it comes, it's like a very depressing, dark kind of vibe. People don't want to hear that, so they won't listen. But this, I was just gonna say the same thing.
Yeah.
Great observation.
Yeah.
Real quick, I just had a question for the ladies. As I'm listening, I'm looking at all the different not montage, the collage of pictures of Prince in the background. Did either one of you have a particular look of Prince that you enjoyed the most? I mean, I see the like, not the fro, but like the what you call in the corner left, and I see, when he went through the symbol stage of his career. Like, did y'all have any particular look or style of Prince that you enjoyed?
Well, I mean, I don't know if how well you could see these, and this is like later on, right? I think. Can you see?
Looks like yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's like, I just love Prince.
Because let's not front. Prince was a ladies' man.
No, he definitely was. I mean, he was a ladies' man who did songs. In the chats, who can tell us what was the cover? What was the cover? He covered this song. This was originally someone else's song. If y'all know in the chats, don't look it up. Type it if you know it. Don't Google it. Okay? We're gonna keep going. I'm just saying. Do y'all know? Do either of y'all two know? Dana or Vic? Do you know who originally did this song?
No, but I do know it was a
Yeah.
cover. I don't know.
Yes, me too. As a Prince fan, you got me. You got me.
What's crazy is, what's crazy is you'll never guess. Like, you would have to know, because you wouldn't guess who made this song originally. It's so left field.
Dionne Warwick.
No, that's not such a bad guess.
That's not a bad guess, actually. That's not a bad guess, baby.
It's not right though. Right?
But it's not right. That's
Is it
wrong.
a female?
No. And it's an older male singer, and he's white.
Wow.
David Bowie? No.
Good guess.
Another good guess. That's another good guess.
I was just hearing. Well, I was hearing Mick Jagger singing that song.
Another good one. Again, this guy is left field. You guys are thinking sensible, which is great.
Elvis. I know it wouldn't be Elvis.
Nope.
Older white guy.
Like some Frank Sinatra type stuff.
Nope, not Frank. You probably don't listen to his music either.
Perry Como.
I don't know who that is, so no.
Tony Bennett.
No. Ooh, close, kind of, in a way. You want me to tell you guys? Because
this is real.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tom Jones.
What?
Oh, yes, I knew that. I did know that. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, you knew that once I said it.
I
totally forgot.
But you know what? It does kind of sound like a song that Tom Jones.
It definitely
But
does.
his version is not as hip as that.
No.
But yes.
It probably sounds more like it's not unusual. Yeah.
That's exactly it. The singing and the dancing, both of y'all got it. Nailed it. Yes. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Fun facts. This right here. This song I had a little crush on Sheena Easton from this song for a second.
Let me tell you.
To keep going because there's just so many classics. And Vic, we're going to refrain from talking about Sheena Easton. All right. But here's the next song called If I Was Your Girlfriend. Oh, how about that? Dedicate this song to my wife. She's my wife, but she's also still my girlfriend.
If I was your girlfriend, would you remember? You tell me all of the things you forgot when I was your man. Hey, when I was your man. If I was your best friend, would you let me take care of you? Do all the things that only a best friend can. Only best friends can.
I was your girlfriend. When I was a kid, I had to think for a second. I had to sit down and be like, wait a minute. This is a dude singing a song called If I Was Your Girlfriend. I didn't understand it first. I was a little like, wait a minute, huh? But again, that was Prince, you know, turning the ideals of old upside down through song without beating you over the head. Just my opinion. I don't know. What do I know? Dana.
I can't remember right now. I don't know if any of you guys know. And I'm pretty sure it's that song when he kind of sings. He's singing a little bit differently. He named that voice. Do you guys know?
No.
I'm not testing you because I don't even know the right answer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't.
If anyone in the chat knows, what was the name Prince gave to that voice that he was doing, or that vocal tone he took on for that song?
Towards the end, yeah.
Yeah, he hit some high notes. Some real high notes. Like, it was like, damn. Yeah. Okay, I'll just leave that there. So
Someone said it.
What did they say?
Camille.
Really?
His alter ego, Camille. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Imani. Camille. See? A man taking on a voice of a woman alter ego, Camille. Like, no one was doing that.
Artistry.
Even if they wanted to, they weren't brave enough to do that.
Exactly.
That was commonplace for him.
I said it before, I say it again, yo. He was the ultimate artist.
Yeah.
The artist. Like,
seriously. And then, you got songs that we would groove to of his. Then you got songs like this. I know, Vic. I know. It hurts so good. I know.
One more card and it's 22. Unlucky for him, again. He never had respect for money, it's true. That's why he never wins. That's why he never ever has enough to treat his lady right. He just pushes her away in a huff and says, money don't matter tonight. Money don't matter tonight. It sure didn't matter yesterday. Just when you think you got more than enough, that's when it all up and flies away. That's when you find out that you're better off making sure your soul's alright. 'Cause money didn't matter yesterday, and it sure don't matter tonight.
There it is. There you go, Shakina. You got it. Right. Yeah, he was simmering. Sin Sima. Who got the keys to my simmer? Vic got the keys to the simmer. He was simmering. I tell you what, Vic, you about to simmer some more, because this right here. Okay, we both know from our years younger as single men, this song right here. Dana's cats is showing up and everything. Everybody want to join in.
Until the end of time, I'll be there for you. You own my heart and mind. I truly adore you. God one day struck me blind. Your beauty I still see. Love's too weak to define. night I had to call you. I was rapping till the sun came up, telling you just fine you look. You say
He's rubbing himself now. He's feeling it.
my body was next. You made love to me like you were afraid. Was you afraid of me? Was I the best? Was I your everything to see? That's why until the end of time, I'll be there for you. You own my heart and mind. Truly adore you. You got my days strange, left me blind. Beauty I still see. We truly find just what you need to be. When we be making love, I only hear the sound.
Stop. I gotta stop that because no, this is too sexy. I need some alone time with this one. Vic needs to get off camera. Vic got the towel over his mouth right now. What were you gonna say, Dana?
This used to come on the and Dana would know what's the late night show on BLS. It's on BLS now. It used to be on Kiss FM.
Oh, Quiet Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Quiet Storm.
I love that song. That is my favorite Prince song. It's definitely like one of my favorite songs, like out of like any song ever. But like, I love that. I can hear it again and again and again. I never get sick of it. It's so beautiful. Again with the lyrics, it's such a beautiful love song. I always am so curious to know who inspired that song because again, you feel it. You know, it's like he is singing about somebody, right?
Yeah.
Like someone made him feel all of that.
Yeah.
And oh my God.
Yeah, you're right. That is a feeling song. That's not just, I'm just writing some lyrics. And Nicole said this song got this. She said this song need to make Vic's mixtape for MJ. Yep. I gotta hurry up and work on that damn patent so he can get this mixtape popping while he driving. Sorry, anyway. Okay. So this next song is a song that Prince made in 2010 for his old friend Cornel West, Dr. Cornel West. Cornel was doing an interview and they were very good friends. And he was jokingly saying, Prince is Prince. He's like, but he's no Curtis Mayfield. So Prince was like, oh, really, brother? All right, I'll make this song just for you. And this is what he did in his Prince Mayfield vibe. It's called Born to Die.
Here she comes. She's a bad girl. She gets you high. Born to die, born to die. Born to die, born to die. Ooh. Born to die, born to die. She sells everything, A to Z, anything just to keep her free from the hustle of the streets. She left the church a long time ago. Said they couldn't teach what they did not know. That's when she lost her virginity. And now she's pimping every bottle from New York to LA. Ask her why she do that thing. She says it's always been that way. Jump that jack, you might be next. If you try to cut mama's cake, what the deal, Daddy? Ask her what the deal is. This is what she said. Born to die, born to die. If you ain't living right, you know
it's got that you know what it feels like? It feels like old soul.
It feels like Mayfield.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm gonna give you Curtis Mayfield, but
Take
better.
that. Take that. Take that.
Yeah.
Take that.
Right. And look, Shakina said, "Hell, what the hell was wrong with Cornell challenging this genius?" I heard this one. Yeah, and I think Cornell, he was talking playfully about one of his friends, you know, because they were really, really close. So he really wasn't trying to play Prince or anything like that. You know,
he was doing a challenge.
Yeah,
trying to invoke that.
Yeah, he might have been like, I want to hear some other stuff from Prince. Oh, he ain't no Curtis Mayfield.
Yes.
Like, oh, really? Born to die, born to die.
And to my point earlier, don't challenge that man. He can do well.
Yeah.
To me, in my opinion, he could still do it from the grave. He could do anything, every and anything.
Yeah,
100%. Some people are just gifted. He has that gift. You know what I mean? It's
there are some artists that just ooze artistry. They're not even trying to, in how they breathe and how they talk and how they move. They ooze artistry. Very few have that. There are good singers, there are good songwriters, but very few literally are living art. Prince is living art. He's always, even after death, he's living art.
And just to segue to the next point, I feel like he was such a perfectionist, like many icons, artists, that we've all heard the amount of songs that's still left in the vaults behind the scenes that he has, right? And I'm sure that what he may have found to be scraps and things that he didn't like is going to be genius to us. It will be just amazing to us.
Like Born to Die.
Right. And dare you say, oh, Prince couldn't do that. He couldn't do that. Let it, I'm telling you, watch. Mark my words.
I know.
You know, Vic, to your point, I just read an article about how they had started to release some of Prince's unreleased tracks, and they were talking to two of the people, like, I don't remember if they were like producers or background singers or whatever, but one of the guys was saying that he would sit in some of these sessions with Prince, and he was like, okay, well, what are you gonna do with that? And Prince would just be like, just go put it in the vault. Yeah. And he was like, what? Like, this was amazing. Like, I can't believe this. Like, you need to release that. And he was like, nah, I'm not. Nah, just put it in the vault.
Crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. Amazing. All right. Before we end for the night, I got 2 more songs. Here I am. And then at the same time, he also said this.
In a word or two, what you I wanna do. No, not your body, your mind, your fool.
Rapping again.
Come here, baby. Yeah. You sexy motherfucker. We're all alone in the villa on the Riviera. Got some friends on the south side in case you care. Out of all of your friends, I wanna be the closest. That's why I tell you things so you be the mostest when it comes to life. To be this man's wife, you got to be well educated on the subject of fights. I mean the prevention of. In other words, it's REM, meaning of this thing called love. Are you up on this? If so, then you can get up on a hug and a kiss. Come here, baby. Yeah. You sexy motherfucker. Come here, baby. Yeah.
You sexy motherfucker.
We need to talk about things. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you eat. I might cook for you. See, it really don't matter, cause it's all about me and you. Ain't no one else around. I'm even with the blindfold, gagged and bound. I don't mind. See, this ain't about sex. It's all about love, being in charge of this and life and the next. While all the cosmic talk, I just want you smarter than I'll ever be when we take that walk. Come here, baby. Yeah.
You sexy motherfucker.
Come here, baby. Yeah.
You sexy motherfucker.
Prince had some bars on that one, boy. It was orange. Okay, so we're gonna wrap up for the night. And before we close, are there any last things that you, either of you, Dana first, would like to say about Prince?
Well, I just want to say about like all. It must have been so hard for you to choose which songs because there were so many that you wanted to play tonight. But
Yeah.
I have to say, I would say like 85% of the songs. So just super quick. I know Mikkel. Mikkel and I have been friends, I don't know, since early 2000s, I would say. We used to dance together. So we both, have dance backgrounds. So a lot of times with music, I see music in dance, right? And so after Prince passed away, even before, like just growing up, certain songs I would always like choreograph dances in my head. And I'm like, oh, one day I want to like do, like a big play that would be all Prince music. And then after he passed away, like I started like choosing songs. And the songs that you played tonight were a lot of the songs that I have in my play.
Really?
Yeah. And every song is like a different style of dance too. But yeah, even to the very last song. So I thought that was really cool.
Are you thinking about perhaps someday actually executing that, like putting together the routine and doing it someday?
I don't know. I wouldn't even say it's a pipe dream. It's just I just have a very vivid imagination, and it's just something that like it's just how I see when I hear the songs. I just see the dances. It would be a lot to take on because I have the choreography. Like I have like that last song was like a tap dance song. Like yeah, and then like the song you played before that, get off. That was like belly dancing. Yeah, I mean like everything is different. So it would mean, having to find, dancers, with each style and what have you.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't do the whole thing myself.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I thought it was like kind of like a one woman thing.
Like a one woman show. No.
Yeah. Okay.
I could do a lot of dances. I can't tap dance. I mean, I'm sure if I try, but Mikkel can, right?
Looks like we got a new project.
Ah.
You can tap dance?
Wait,
No.
didn't you?
No.
What kind of dance did you do with that? There was like I can't remember that teacher's name. It was a male, and there was like 3 of you in the background.
Was she river dance?
Background. You're like background dancers. I don't know why I thought it was tap. Do you remember? He would like dress up. He'd wear a wig.
Oh, that was
that John?
That was John. That was Stella Doro.
Okay.
He was a tap dancer, but like when we did routines with him, we were never tap dancers.
Oh, okay. All right.
He just made everybody look like they knew how to tap.
Okay. But I mean, anyway, about Prince in general, it's just he's one of my all-time favorite artists, without a doubt. His death, I took it really hard. I mean, I remember exactly. I was about to leave for work. I received a text message from my friends. She said Prince died, and I got lightheaded. I had to sit.
Yeah.
I was late to work. I couldn't take it. I sat down and I was like, wait, what? Did I just read? Like everything was foggy. I mean, there are certain artists, a lot of times you connect with an artist and you're sad when they pass away, but Prince was like a family member. Like many of, other fans, I like mourned for days. I couldn't stop crying. And like, I remember going to work, I couldn't even focus. And a lot of the people I worked with were younger, and they just didn't get it. They're like, why? Oh yeah, Prince, whatever. And I'm like, what? I couldn't even.
Yeah. See how beautiful art is, how it deeply affects us when it connects, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Vic, is there anything you'd like to say? And Nicole, I saw you in the chat. You asked if we played I Want to Be Your Lover. That was literally the first song we played. You should have been here from the beginning. Yeah. But we got you at the end. We got you. Vic, is
Nicole,
there
one of my
anything you'd
top
like to
favorite
say?
Prince songs. Yes, indeed. And Dana just took the words right out of my mouth. Like, I think there was a few deaths that I took really hard. Prince being one of them, Michael being one of them. Like, both felt like boots to the stomach that just knocked the wind out of me. I couldn't believe it. And around that time, I remember George Michael died not too long after
Mm-hmm.
or before, but it just was. I saw in the comments earlier someone saying that Prince wrote the soundtrack to their life. I would say the same for myself. Like, I remember from the early 70s, well, not early 70s, excuse me, late 70s when I was born, early 80s, just Prince was always in the household, whether it was on the screen with video music box, hot tracks. I mean, he introduced me to Sheena Easton,
Mm.
um, to Tina Marie, to so many proteges that I grew up and loved. So I just want to say thank you to Prince. Rest in peace. Um, Man, you remember that so many thoughts racing through my head, but you remember that clip I sent you, John, with Ernest Thomas from What's Happening, and
Mhm.
his statements in that video just like really hit me hard about his opinion of Prince not wanting to grow, or not wanting to grow, but grow old, and with these drugs and performing, and similar with Michael Jackson, just that's what these icons like James Brown, Michael Jackson, and Prince did. Like, they just gave their heart, their soul, they put their everything, their lives into their music. And it's just a shame that I feel like we lost someone special. He left a hole
Mhm.
in the music
Right.
industry.
But how does the music feel to you? Like what? I mean, because I know we know about his death and that type of stuff, but in celebration of this man's life and his legacy, what did his music, or how would both of you describe him as an artist? Like, if somebody was to say, describe Prince to me.
I feel like, no, ladies first. Dana, please.
No, go ahead and finish. No, finish, Vic, because you were already there. Thank you,
Um,
though. But yeah.
no, if if I could unzip myself and step out and be somebody as a singer, as an artist, it would be Prince, honestly.
Hmm.
And I have my favorites, Michael, Stevie, but as I said, Prince is an artist's artist. No boundaries. Doesn't want to be placed in a box, as Dana stated earlier. Like, you just couldn't put him, you couldn't label him. And
Hmm.
that's what I want to be. That's what I've always aspired to be as an artist, as an MC, as an artist in general, where you couldn't put a label on my artistry, my lyrics, my everything. And Prince just always innovated and stayed ahead of the game. He always stayed from the left from everyone else. He
Yeah.
became a symbol. He fought the good fight against the industry. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so much we could. I can't really. That's a hard question to answer. Like, I just we were going for another 2 hours,
Mhm.
honestly.
But you are answering it very well. Let me
Thank
say
you.
that. And you brought up a great point about him fighting the record industry and changing his name. As much as, like Nicole said, he was known just by Prince, like Michael, Luther. He was ready to give all that up
Mhm.
to make people understand, yo, this is my art. I am not for sale. He
And
even
one of
had
the
a
things,
slave on his name, on his cheek.
one of the things, and Dana, I'd love for you to follow up. One of the things that I appreciated with Prince was that there's so many hip hop artists and artists in general who talk about their encounter with Prince and how he just constantly dropped gems. You know, I think there was a story with Nas about owning your masters. You know, like, just Prince.
Yeah.
Prince just, yo, he's
Oh,
just,
it's
yeah.
interesting. Okay, so before Dana goes, you just said something about owning your masters. So DMX, in his interview on Drink Champs before he passed,
Yes, I
he
saw that.
talked
I
about
saw
how
it too.
he met Prince.
Yes, yes.
And he said Prince, they were in a club together, and Prince was talking to him for like an hour about owning your masters.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Like, that's where he was with it. So anyway, Dana, How would you describe Prince? Like if an alien came down and was like, "Who is this Prince? What is he? What is this? Who is he? What is he? What is he to you?" What would you say?
I would say that he's an inspiration. You know, aside from obviously the music that are deeply connected with, it was his message. It was, you know, that when he stood up for himself and like was willing, right, to give everything up because he wanted to be who he was. That for me, you know, as a young woman was very inspirational because it's just, I don't know, it made me just want to be independent. It just kind of made me understand boundaries and how to set boundaries and just how to, you know, or want to be who I wanted to be. And like, if someone doesn't like it, you know, too bad. I really like from a lot of artists that I look up to, for me, that was always like religion. Like, I don't know, like I just really appreciated the message that he was trying to send. And yeah, it's just like, music aside, just being like independent and, you know, do what you want to do. Don't let anyone, you know, hold you back. And, you know, just be true to who you are. Like, don't let anyone try to mold you or make you something that you're not, you know?
Right. Yeah. Mikkel, what were your thoughts about Prince? Anything you'd like to say?
I would probably echo a lot of what Vic and Dana was saying, in that I always thought Prince was just such an enigma. And he was definitely like the example of an artist who is just like, F all y'all, this is who I am. You know, you don't like it? There's 10 million other people, you know, and everybody was just like, okay, we like Prince, you know. So I just, and you know, and that whole thing about this writing slave on his face and how he kind of came full circle and just became somebody who was very much about not only just owning your masters, but the business of being an artist and how to control your own art. And then also there were so many other social issues. What I really loved about him that I learned later on in life was that he was involved in so many social issues and you never heard about it. You know, like I remember when, I can't remember the name of the movie, but there was a movie that came out that was about kids and school and education, and how so many kids that didn't have as much money, like they have inferior educations, and just how the system is really jacked up. And I remember seeing him at this it was like a press conference or something. I think he was about to go on tour. And then the press conference was about him going on tour. And he mentioned that movie and he was like, how many people have seen this movie? And he was like, you know, he's looking around and I guess there were, you know, they didn't show the audience, but he was like, okay, the next time I ask that question, I want more people to have seen this movie because the movie's really important. And he talked about how important the movie was and what it's about. And I was just really impressed at how, like, he could have ignored that. You know, there's so many things that he could ignore. I remember hearing stories about how, like, Prince would show up at people's doorstep, you know, because he was a devout Jehovah's Witness. He would be witnessing on Sundays, you know. So it was like, as larger than life as this man was, he was so plugged into everyday people, you know, and regular stuff. And I just thought, wow, that's really amazing and really cool, you know, that he still had a certain amount of grounding, you know, and a concern for humanity.
Yo, real quick to your point, one highlight I want to mention, which was a huge brownie point for me, to Mikkel's point of the humanitarian that Prince was. He did one of the dopest things that I heard about. It was so low key about it. When my girl Lauryn Hill went to jail and couldn't provide for her family, Prince, I heard, donated money to the family of Lauryn Hill.
Yes, I heard that too.
Incredible.
Yeah, he did a lot of artists, like after he passed away, they came out and said like, oh, he, you know, he did this, but he said, please don't tell anyone, you know, like I don't want anyone to know that the money came from me, or you were able to get by because of me. Like I don't want to take credit. So he definitely did a lot. And another thing about Mikhail, that you were saying, like he's definitely stayed grounded. Like he never wanted to leave home, right? He always stayed in Minneapolis, and he just said, like I don't want to live out in LA with all the crazies. Like I want to stay. This is my home base. And he always lived there.
Yeah.
And he always thought forward, because once, I don't know if you guys remember, once he wrote Slave on his cheek, he also then started talking about music moving forward, meaning we need to get online. If some don't remember, he used to have a website early on when no one had websites or understood what he was talking about. He was like, it's going to go from CD to digital. And they didn't believe him or understand. But suddenly he went independent and was shipping records through his website and email on his own. He would routinely state that he made more money from his records from selling less records on his own of like 200,000 copies than selling 10 million under one.
Yeah.
Because of course they were taking the bulk of the money, which is crazy because it's like he's Prince.
Right.
Are you kidding me? Yes, your business exposed him to more of the world, but that don't mean you should be getting even an equal cut to what he gets. But anyway. So we're going to end for the night. I'd like to thank everyone who's tuned in. I'd like to thank Dana for joining us tonight. I'd like to thank my wife for not only producing, but jumping on camera this evening to exhibit her beauty, and the lovely earrings from Alicia Appleton. Okay.
AmberPortier.com.
Yes, AmberPortier.com. Get yours. I also like to thank my co-host, Vic, for being, the pillar, the other pillar. We, greatly appreciate. And we're going to end for the night with Nicole's request of I Want to Be Your Lover. There we go. We love you, Prince. Word up. Vic has picked the mic up. He took the mic off the stand, y'all.